Just my luck. I've come all the way from Leicester to hear a lecture about George Eliot, only to be thwarted at the last minute because the American lecturer missed Concord. What am I going to do now? I'm doing George Eliot for my English literature project. I've written him loads of letters, but he hasn't replied to one. Perhaps when my diary is discovered, people will understand the torment of being a 13 3/4-year-old intellectual. Until then, I'll just have to put up with the charade that is my family life. I bet Malcolm Muggeridge's family didn't behave like mine did on New Year's Eve.
I shall be glad to get home. I've been bored out Muscole all night.
I warned you not to come, Nigel. You should have stayed at home with Andy Stewart. Do you want your coat?
Yeah, I want a split hand.
Why are you talking like an American?
I'm fed up with being British. I'm searching for a new identity.
You're never satisfied, Nigel.
So, was that what you got for Christmas? A radio alarm clock?
Yes, that's in the new Beano annual.
Oh, what's it like this year?
It's a bit too childish now, for my taste.
Those mum always done like that. When she's drunk.
She's drunk, I'm afraid. Embarrassing watching adults trying to dance, isn't it? It's enough to make you sick.
George, coat! It was very nice of you to talk to me. I enjoyed our chat about Dr. Gracie. Good night. Good night. Night, Adrian.
Night, Grandma.
I shan't bother saying good night to Pauline. I know she didn't want me at the party anyway.
You can come round and see my new bike.
Mine, where was it made?
Nottinghamshire.
Mine was made by my dad in our backyard.
Honestly, Adrian, your consumer jewels are in disgrace. Where's Mum?
She's in the kitchen. I shouldn't go in. I think she's busy.
Right. Night, Mrs. Mole.
Night, Night, Pet.
Thanks for inviting me to the party. I shall remember it for the rest of my life. You can come round and play my Steve David Stewart tape tomorrow night.
No thanks. I'm halfway through a poem. I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow.
Do yourself, Pauline. Night, Mrs. Lucas.
Night, Nigel. Take her walking home. Don't get yourself mugged. You look tired, love. Why don't you go to bed?
I've got to take the dog out for a walk first. It's no wonder I'm short for my age.
Fine, you ready then?
Have you said good night to Pauline?
Yes. Come on, I want my bed.
You want Pauline's bed?
What brought this on?
I'm not blind, deaf and dumb. You can have an affair with her, aren't you?
I hardly know the woman.
Well, who are you going to have an affair with then? You didn't buy yourself 3 pairs of Pierre Cardin underpants for nothing.
Look, you agreed to have an open marriage, didn't you?
Yes, open. But not wide open. Not the woman next door.
So it's a matter of geography now, is it?
I know you need other women. It's a sort of hobby with you, isn't it? Like other men go potholing or skydiving. Only they don't do it in their own backyards, do they?
My God! She's wasted on George. He must be the most boring man in Leicester.
Well, I'm going home to get some sleep. I'm not in the kitchen all day tomorrow.
Look, it's not my fault I've allocated too many hormones, is it?
There's no need to shout.
There's every need to shout for another bloody year to get through yet. Come on, Doc. Time for bed.
George, I've got to tell you something. It's my New Year's resolution. Nobody wears flares nowadays, nobody.
Jim Reeves does.
Jim Reeves is dead, George.
Jim Reeves will never die.
The stupid thing only got to the end of the road before it collapsed. I've got a good mind to report my father to the RSPCA. He shouldn't have made the dog drink all that cherry brandy at the party last night. You know, there is a chance that my parents could be alcoholics. This time next year, I could be in a children's home. Better sleep with me tonight. Just my luck. It's the first day of the new year and I've got a spot on my chin where everyone can see it. It's my mother's fault for not knowing about vitamins.
George, I'm dying.
You deserve to be, Pauline. You drank enough Pernod to demolish the Thames barrier.
Well, it's only once a year.
And I don't like the way you were dancing either.
I know, but out of practice. I didn't feel that bad.
You were dancing in a suggestive, not to say wanton manner. Mr. Lucas got all of the doodah. I was watching it.
We were doing the tango, George. Not Morris dances. Is Adrian up?
Trying to give the dog an aspirin.
What's that there?
He's got a hangover.
Well, you were the life and soul of the party again, weren't you, Adrian? How many times do I have to tell you? If you're not enjoying yourself, then pretend you are. I have to do it. You're allowed to use their abductions.
Do you know what, Luke?
No.
Well, it's not where I left it. You sure you haven't been taken up to your room for a quick snort?
As if he would.
That's what Jack said about his lad. Next thing Jack knows, his lad's been arrested for hijacking a Boston lorry. That's teenagers for you.
But Adrian's not a normal teenager.
Yes, I am.
Don't be silly. Of course you're not. You like to mean you keep your room clean, and you don't play your stereo system at full decibels.
Haven't got a stereo system, that's why.
We're not made of money, Adrian.
I wasn't asking for one.
What's that on your chin?
A spot. It's because I don't get enough vitamin C.
Well, go and buy an orange then.
Nobody talks to me. I'm rigging up the sales.
Did you make any New Year's resolutions, Peter?
I said, don't talk to me!
I was talking to Adrian.
Yes, I made 10.
Oh, what were they?
Oh, you know, helping the poor, stuff like that.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. You can start off by turning your lights off a bit earlier. And you left your heated rollers on again, Pauline.
You're getting obsessive about us using electricity. You know that, don't you? You begrudge us every therm we consume.
That's because electricity is money, Pauline. Hard-earned money. And until you and Tim stop bringing solar to this house, I shall be as obsessive as I like. I shall go in there and I shall watch that little wheel go round and round and round. I shall feel the bloody right round that meter go a Pauline. I shall...
Right, that does it. I'm getting a job.
But no watch mine goes to work.
How many wives have you got?
No, I don't understand you, Pauline. You've got it made. A little black housework in the morning, maybe quite slow on the shots in the afternoon, bit of telly in the evening.
You've just described the day in the life of convalescence now. You sexist pig.
Here we go, here we go. She reads 2 bloody chapters of the female bloody unit, and she's already subverted on to the crazy queer.
Jermaine.
Jermaine, for what?
Let's not row, George. Not on the first day of the year. Adrian will hear her.
It's always bloody aging. It's a disappointment to me, Pauline. I don't mind admitting it.
Just think, 14 years ago he wasn't here.
So when he was here, you wanted to send him back?
Oh, no. He was an ugly baby dancer. I mean, I know he's had some, but...
Grotesque is the word. I've seen better looking gargoyles.
I used to dread people looking at his pram. I take the catnet up permanently.
Buy.
Where you going?
Out. To buy an orange. My parents have got the flu. This is just my luck. It was cough, cough, cough last night. If it wasn't one, it was the other. You'd think they'd show some consideration. After all, I've been up and down the stairs by day and night with trays of food and drink.
Ah, young Adrian, as you think, I have bearing a floral gift for the invalid.
He means he bought your mother some flowers. Are you all right?
No, I'm a bit worn out, to tell you the truth. And another worry is that the dog's left home.
Surely that's called a celebration.
Bingo!
Oh, I know it shouldn't have jumped on my father's model ship and got tangled up in the rigging. But there was no need for my father to threaten to have it put down. Shall I give her the flowers, or do you want to see her?
He wants to see her.
You go for aprons in a big way, do you, Adrian?
I bought it for my mother for Christmas. But I haven't seen her wear it yet. My mother told me to warn her if any visitors came. Give her a chance to put her makeup on.
Why are you still tagging on? Have you got some strange block or something?
I was lying in bed last night, trying to work out ways to kill you.
I thought you were reading.
No. I decided on a seaside mishap.
Go on.
Well, you know how you always make me bury you up to your neck in cool salmon on the beach. Well, I thought I'd just carry you on. Well,
Very nice.
I'll bring your body back to England. We'd like to be buried in the door, would you?
No.
But then I decided against it.
I'm very pleased to hear it.
No. I can't wait for the summer. Can't we have a winter holiday instead? Then we go skiing. Nothing tucked over a precipice.
Wouldn't it be simpler to get a divorce?
Oh, it would be simpler, but not half as satisfying. Can't you find yourself a young simple girl? Because I thought as full of them.
I want Pauline.
And Adrian, he's part of the package.
I don't mind. I've always wanted a son, and Adrian's past the stage of screaming in the night.
Well, if we'd had children, it wouldn't have made any difference. We've got nothing in common. I'm a woman and you're a man.
So shall I tell him you're ready?
Just a minute. I must get rid of the smell of the sick room.
You can tell him I'm asleep.
She's ready!
What's he coming round for? I didn't visit him really at hemorrhoids, did I? I left him on
It's only being neighbourly, George. And a sheet back on your head. Oh, Mr. Lucas, how kind of you. They're hugely unnatural. They must have to go.
No sweat, Mrs. Mole. I know a bloke who into Flora.
George will love them when he wakes up.
Been asleep long, has he?
No, he's just dropped off.
I won't stay long. I just wanted to see you. And George.
Well, I tell George, you can. I'll be so glad I missed you. How's Mrs. Lucas?
She's well. She sent her last.
I do admire your persuasion daughter gets it through gas central heating single-handed. I'm so helpless myself. How to get George to change the light bulbs?
You're a very feminine woman, Mrs. Mole. If you don't want to go messing around with light bulbs, I'm sure I've got other skills at your fingertips. Artistic skills.
Oh, I have. But I haven't used them for so long.
Bedside reading, eh? The female eunuch. Yes, I've heard of that. I read a book once.
What was it called?
It was called I Want You.
I don't think I'm familiar with that title. The female unit is very good. It's making me rethink my role as a woman. Changing light bulbs, for instance. It's talking to me sled.
Well, there'll be murder done if I don't get back to the wife. So, love you and leave you, Mrs. Mole. Any idea when you'll be back in circulation?
It'll be very soon, very soon.
I've never heard of such a load of silly slobber in the whole of my life.
Oh, stuff some big up in and shut up.
When Mr. Lucas left, my father had an argument with my mother and made her cry. My father is still in a bad mood. This means he is feeling better. Then I made my mother a cup of tea without her asking, and this made her cry as well. You just can't please someone. There is a new girl at our school. Her name is Pandora, but she likes to be called Box. Don't ask me why. I might fall in love with her. After all, it's about time I fell in love. I am 13 3/4 years old.
Do you mind? You're ruining my concentration.
Sorry, I was just admiring the way you handled the ball.
Netball is a ridiculous game. So one gets the stupid ball in the stupid net. Who cares?
Well, you're very good at it.
I'm good at most things.
I'm no good at sport.
How boring for you.
Oh, I don't mind. In fact, I'm more the intellectual sort.
Are you clever? As well as intellectual?
No, I'm about average, really.
You poor thing. What do you excel in?
I write poetry.
Juvenile stuff, I suppose.
Well, I am a juvenile.
Boring, isn't it? Hanging around, waiting to grow up. I mean, what is the point? One is no longer a child, so one is truly half and half age.
You used to go to a posh school, didn't you?
Yes, but then Mum and Daddy got a conscience about it. They're both socialists. They threw me into the common institute school.
Do you like it?
One school's very much like another, really. All the shouting and bullying. Teachers the same everywhere. Fashions.
What? Like Hitler, you mean?
Oh, yes. Well, perhaps not quite as bad as him. They do think they're the master race, don't they?
You go to the Oxford Streets Youth Club, don't you?
Yes. There's a rather banal disco on there tonight, isn't there? What are you staring at?
Your eyes. They're the same colour as our dogs.
What is it?
It's a mongrel.
Gee, thanks.
Hi, Box.
Oh, hello, Nigel. You look Brillo, Pad.
Thanks.
Where's your in the cloakroom. I'm going to town to buy some new disco. Start for the disco tonight.
Why can't you wear your uniform in town?
I'd sooner die.
Somebody might see you.
Are you having a relationship at the moment?
No, actually, I'm just recovering from one.
Like me, I've just broken one off. She was three-timing me.
Still, it gives one a chance to draw breath, doesn't it? Have a look around, see what's available.
Well, I'm available.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what fate has in store.
Oh, God. She's beautiful. She's got hair like treacle.
What? Sticky?
No. It's the colour of golden syrup.
You're in love with her, aren't you?
Yes.
Forget it, Molly. She's a class bird. She won't look at a bloke unless he's got at least 100 quid worth on his back. You would like labels to write brand names.
Well, if you're the expert on clothes, tell me what an intellectual should wear.
Why?
Because I think I'm turning into one. It must be all the worry.
When did you turn?
Last night, I saw Malcolm Muggeridge on telly, and I understood nearly every word.
We'll write to him then and ask him.
I don't know where he lives, do I?
Well, write to him care of the British Museum. That's where all the intellectuals hang out. See you, Molly.
The British Museum. Intellectuals don't waste their time staring at boring old statues and stuff. They're far too busy writing poetry and appearing on BBC book programmes. Yes, I'll write to Mr. Muggeridge, care of the BBC. I'd better enclose a stamp-addressed envelope because Mr. Muggeridge is an old-age pensioner and probably can't afford a first-class stamp. I'll soon be an expert on OAPs. I joined a group at school called the Good Samaritans, who go around doing good in the community and stuff. The old people who shared out at break this morning. I put an old man called Bert Baxter. He's 89, so I don't suppose I'll have him for long. Today was the most terrible day of my entire life. I've got 15 spots on my shoulders. My father is in a bad mood. He thinks his big end is going. Pandora is going out with Nigel. But worst of all, Bert Baxter is not a nice old age pensioner. Who's there? Can I come in, please? I think your dog's trying to bite me.
Bite ya? He'll have your bloody leg off! He's a pure thoroughbred, raised up our station agent saver. Right, sir. Who are you?
I'm Adrian Mole from Neil Armstrong Comprehensive School.
You got me out of bed.
Sorry, I thought you'd be up.
Right.
It's the middle of the afternoon.
What's that got to do with that? A man of my age needs his rest. You got a light?
No, I don't smoke.
You don't smoke? A lad of your age, you should be a bloody ashamed of yourself. Quiet, sir. He's hungry. You wouldn't have to have a spare tin of dog food on you, would you?
No. Mr. Baxter, the school should have sent you a letter to warn you so I'll be coming round.
Why? Why, you're a burglar?
No. I'm a good Samaritan. I go around doing good in the community.
What for?
I miss Max.
So, you come round here doing me some good, have you?
Yes. Is there anything you'd like me to do?
Yeah. Bugger off!
Then, could you sign my form to prove that I've been?
I don't sign nothing. That way they can't get you.
Who?
The government!
But it's only for the school.
Schools is run by government, ain't they? Don't you know how? Right, you get my shot in. Now concentrate. I'm only going to say this once and I ain't repeating myself. 20 woodies.
Woodies?
Woodbine's land. Concentrate. 20 woodies, a jar of beetroot, 3 bottles of brown ale, a tin of chum and a Morning Star.
Is the Morning Star a newspaper?
What's up with you, lad? You bloody backward? Morning Star's got a newspaper worth reading. Them others is run by them capitalist running dog lackeys.
So, 20 woodies, a jar of beetroot, 3 bottles of brown ale, a tin of chum, and the Morning Star. Can I have the money, please?
Tell them to put it on my account. I cannot, me not having any money yet.
Doesn't your mother mind you being a punk at weekends?
No, not so long as I wear my string vest under my bondage t-shirt.
But you're not a proper punk, though, are you? I thought proper punks had safety pins in their ears.
I do. Got to put mine in.
Oh, it's Adrian Mole. In the half-life, I thought it was not Crumbly.
Crumbly?
Somebody who's over 25.
You look very nice from what I can see of you. Is it always dark at discos?
His first time.
Incredible. Never been to a disco before.
No, I don't think I'll bother again.
I come out back putting my safety pin in my ear. Just about to do it now. You can watch if you like.
Oh, you are brave. Stupid, but brave. Well done.
Ah! It's killing me! Get it out!
Drunk pop is showing off.
Blood! Look! It's pouring out! I'm gonna die! Get me an ambulance! Take me to hospital!
My father had to take Nigel to the hospital in our car. Nigel's parents haven't got a car because his father's got a steel plate in his head and isn't allowed to drive. And his mother is only 4 feet 11 inches tall, so she can't reach the pedals. It's not surprising Nigel's turned out bad with a maniac and a midget for parents.
Mole! You weren't at school this morning, Mole! Stay where you are, Mole! Where you been, Mole? Skiving?
No, I've been out being a good Samaritan.
Stay where you are, Mole!
I've got to go. I've got a test on the Norwegian leather industry.
Who gives a toss about the Norwegian leather industry?
I do. In fact, I'm a bit of an expert. I hope to get full marks. Let me go.
I ain't got you. You can go if you want to.
No, I can't.
Give you 25 pence and you can go freely on Her Majesty's footpath.
I haven't got 25 pence.
You've got your dinner money, haven't you?
No, I haven't. My father pays by cheque since he went up to 70 pence a day.
Oh, you pudders have pocket money for helping your mummies with the washing up.
Mine goes straight into the Market Harbour Building Society. All I get is 16 pence a day for a Mars bar.
Oh dear, then you're in trouble, Mole, because I need 25 pence a day from you so I can maintain my present lifestyle. You've seen the price of Doc Martens lately?
You're hurting me a bit.
Sorry, got to do it. I ain't at your advantages.
Now you're hurting me a lot.
Sorry, gotta do it, sorry, gotta do it, sorry, gotta do it, gotta do it, nothing personal, know what I mean? What you need is my protection, every time I take a lecture, of a poultry pound or three, it makes good sense, invest in me. You're the client, I'm the banker, I need finance and you're an idiot, things are as they ought to be, now I've got you and you've got me. See? Sorry, gotta do it, sorry, gotta do it, nothing personal, know what I mean? Free the word and no regret it, think the sweat, don't forget me, I'll have to answer to, and in the end I will get you. Heard your little guts forgotten, smash your places just for starters, but you know my golden rule, no, I've got to gather and get it! Sorry, gotta do it, sorry, gotta do it, nothing personal, know what I mean?
I've changed my mind. I will give you 25 pence a day. I'll get a paper round.
Oh, that's real decent of your mum. Here, have a tissue. I ain't heartless.
Woke up next morning with a pain in my ghoulies. Pandora lives at 69 Elmtree Avenue. She has The Guardian, Punch, Private Eye and New Society. Pandora reads Jackie, the comic for girls, so she is not an intellectual like me. But then again, I don't suppose Malcolm Muggeridge's wife is either. It's full of spelling mistakes. It's disgusting when you think of how many people who can spell are out of work. Pandora has got a little fat horse called Blossom. She feeds it and makes it jump over barrels every morning before school. She looked dead good in her riding stuff. Her chest was wobbling like mad. She will need to wear a bra soon. My mother came into my room this morning and started mumbling on about adult relationships and life being complicated and how she must find herself. She said she was fond of me. Fond! And that she would hate to hurt me. And then she said that for some women, marriage was like being in prison. Marriage is nothing like being in prison. Women are let out every day to go to the shops. And quite a few go to work. I think my mother is being a bit melodramatic.
Adrian, come to my woman's workshop and started this training. When work comes in, tell him his dinner's in the freezer. At Sainsbury's.
I'm home! Polly, I'm home! Oh, hello, George. How lovely it is to see you. How many good cheeses did you sell today? You sit down here in front of the telly, and I'll bring your dinner through. Oh, what are we eating, Pauline? Steak and kidney pie, full of us. Spotted chicken custard.
Yum, yum, I come here, wife.
Oh, George, don't. The dinner will spoil. All right then. Some bloody oath. Where's your mother?
She's gone to a women's workshop on a circular's training. Dad, what is a circular's training.
God knows, but it sounds like bad news for me.
You bought herself some of those overalls that painters and decorators wear.
Was she wearing the high heels with it?
Yes,
Still hope. Lipstick?
yes, but it was that lip gloss stuff, not her usual orange.
I knew it. Give her a fortnight, she'd be running around in monkey boots and a bristly haircut. They've no right to interfere.
Who?
Those bloody workshop type, running around, stirring women up, telling them they're unhappy. Is there any oil in the bag, cotton butter sauce left in the freezer?
No, she hasn't been to Sainsbury's. She's been looking after Mr. Lucas.
What's up with him?
Mrs. Lucas is leaving him. They're getting a divorce. Poor Mr. Lucas is dead upset.
Poor Mr. Lucas could be dead for all I care.
You don't like him, do you?
No.
Why not? He's ever so nice, and he really appreciates what Mum's doing for him.
What is she doing for him?
She's comforting him for his tragic loss.
Is there any bacon left in the house?
There's one slice
Where?
on the floor by the fridge. It's been there for 3 days, to my knowledge.
Oh, you've got this great out your keep this house. My socks have been the only Bible party for over a week.
I can't remember the last time she washed my PE kit. I've had to do it myself or take it round to Grandma's.
Poor kid. I'm very fond of your mother, Adrian. Very fond. But lately she's been a bit of a handful. Probably hormone trouble. Just to tell you.
What we've got is something very rare and precious. We're like two sunbeams dancing on the ceiling of time. Together we can make a new sun, a new planet. We're cosmic, Pauline.
Stop it! I can't think straight. You talk to me like that.
I can't think straight. I'm losing customers. I keep catching myself saying, oh, why worry about the future? It's not a healthy attitude for an insurance man to have. Don't think, Pauline. And come away with me.
I keep seeing the expression on Adrian's face the day his mouse died. I said, hello, pet, your mouse is dead. He took it very badly.
Look, I'm not here to chat about dead pets.
Come on, love. Since you moved next door, we're colouring my life. Excitement. I couldn't wait to hang my washing out in the morning. Will you be in the garden? I used to get round you a nice packet of air a week.
Did you? Did you really?
Yes, not to mention the comfort.
I'll be your comfort, and your joy, and your support. I'll be your bodily lover, your spiritual helpmate, your companion in old age. I'll be your true, true love. Tell him tonight, Pauline. or I'm going to beat your head.
Have you got relatives there?
No, I shall chuck myself onto the rock. I can't face like that my little sunbeam.
Mum, are you in there?
Yes. Me and Mr. Lucas are mending the boiler. We've got our hands full at the moment.
I was just wondering if I had any clean socks. Hello, Mr. Lucas.
Hello, Adrian.
I forgot to take them out of the washer. Sorry, Sunbeam.
I'll have to wear yesterday's again then. Sunburn. Went to school. Found it closed. What with all the worry, I had forgotten the time on school holidays. I didn't want to go home, so I went to see Bert Baxter instead. I asked him if he wanted to see a horse again. He said he would, so I took him to see Blossom. It took us ages to get there. Bert walked dead slow, and he kept having to sit down on garden walls. He kept patting Blossom and saying, "Who's a pretty girl then, eh?" Then we went back home. I went to the shops and bought a packet of best chow mein and butterscotch instant whip, so Bert had a decent meal for once. Then we watched Pebble Mill at 1, and Bert showed me his old horse brushes.
You see, I turned into a communist before it became generally popular. One of the first I was. It happened August 10th, 1910, at 2 o'clock. Of course, I was an Oscar then. You know, that's doing things with horses. Well, one day, I got my horses brushed and gleaming. Been on days, I've got a good bit of muck and sweat on myself when the lady in the house comes down to the stables. She had a friend of mine, pretty little thing in a blue dress, with a white lace collar, like a collection of snowflakes. Anyway, these ladies are wrinkling up their noses on account of the smell of the horse shit. Well, lady in the house says to me, "I say, Baxter, is there nothing you can do about the smell in here?" And I says, "No, Mum, not unless you can stop these horses from shitting." Well, you should have bloody heard it. Anyone would have thought I said something rude. I had tuppence stopped to me wages. Then that night, I walked round to the stables and I see the lady here feeding chocolate eclairs to one of my best horses. Chocolate eclairs are tuppence each. It was then I became a communist.
Why didn't you join the Labour Party, Bert?
You know now, lad.
Adrian said you wanted to see me. Do you need help with that bush? No, thanks. I'm stronger than I look. I'm leaving Derek tonight. I thought you ought to know. Who's Derek? That's your lover's name. He wasn't christened Bimbo. I never thought of him as being a Derek. Does he still talk about sunbeams? It's been mentioned in passing. 2 sunbeams dancing on the ceiling of life. He knows how to get us going, this Bimbo. I love him. I know. I did. Once. I'm ever so sorry. I wish it hadn't happened. I'll put that bush down. I've fallen through something myself, as a matter of fact. I may as well tell you. Make you feel better, perhaps. What's his name? Her name is Glynis. Oh, you're shocked, aren't you? Well, I am a bit. You don't expect that sort of thing in a cul-de-sac. You never know about people. There are things you don't know about him. Will you take Adrian with you? I don't know. It's hard to uproot kids. They're not like trees, but at least I'll see these grow. Good night. Good luck with Derek. Good night. Good luck with Glennis.
Pauline,
I'm here.
what are you doing standing in the dark?
I've been talking to Mrs. Lucas about trees.
Well, come in, love, you're shivering. I've turned the thermostat up. It's lovely warm inside.
Where's Adrian?
He's in his room. Why?
Do you think he'd miss me if I died or went away?
You've been drinking, Pauline. Of course he'd bloody miss you. You're his mother. You haven't got any health problems you haven't told me about, have you?
No.
Well, what's all this silly slobber about leaving then?
I'll take my notes. I'm just being dark.
Yeah, well, you haven't been yourself lately.
George, I'm in love with another man.
You mean other than me?
Yes, I said another man.
What's his name?
Derek.
Thank God for that. It's normally someone you know. Oh, you'll have to forgive me, Paulie. My body stopped working.
Derek is bimbo. We're standing in his back garden.
Don't leave me, Paulie. Don't go.
I've got to. I can't live next door to man I love.
We'll build you a carport, and then you can go and see him without getting wet.
We'll have to talk this over in a civilised manner, the three of us tonight. We're intelligent people.
Where are you going?
To tell Bimbo.
What about Adrian?
You'll have to tell him. I told him about his pet mouse.
What bloody mouse? I'll kill him. I'll ram his policies and third-party father stick down his throat. I'll comprehensively break his neck. Because he's married to me. I've got paper to prove it. But there's nothing to say the small print. You can't go off with anybody else.
My mother has arranged what she calls a civilised meeting. Mr. Lucas is going to be there. Naturally, I am not invited. I'm going to listen at the door. The civilised meeting broke up when my father found out how long my mother and Mr. Sheffield and Mr. Lucas had been in love. And when my mother disclosed that she was leaving for Sheffield tomorrow morning with Mr. Lucas, my father became uncivilised and started fighting in the front garden. All the neighbours came out to watch.
You're not having her. She's my wife.
Don't kill him, George.
Kill him. Oh, bloody kill him. Shake your lunch to me now.
Hey, Bimbo. This was supposed to be a
Oh, his heart is falling. He broke me nose. I shall look like Henry Cooper.
Go on, finish each other off. Get stuck. You have a civilised pair of you.
There you are, Pauline.
Don't care. Don't care anymore whether my Sheffield wig or without him. I can see you looking through your net curtains, Mrs. O'Leary.
At that point, everyone looked up, so I tried to look especially sad. I expect the experience will give me a trauma at some stage in the future. I'm all right now, but you never know. While I'm having to lie down to recover from this emotional experience, why don't you go and have some refreshments in the community centre? See you in 15 minutes. 31st. My mother has left for Sheffield with Mr. Lucas. My mother had to drive because Mr. Lucas couldn't see out of his black eyes. I have informed the school secretary of my mother's desertion. She was very kind and gave me a form to give to my father to fill in. It is for free school meals. We are now a single parent family. Barry Kent has decided to stop menacing me for a few weeks.
I don't know what I did wrong. I never hit that. All right, I was tempted, but I never actually. I put my money on the table every Friday night without fail. Not all, but most. All right, I've got a temper. I admit it. It's a temper, and I shout a bit, but I mean nothing by it. I thought you'd got used to it by now. Is she going because I'm losing my hair? I know. I've let myself go downhill. No, I haven't. She has. She's got sewing buttons on my shirt and stitching my turn up. And I can't remember the last time she brought me any cherry blossom. A memo was passed at work about my shoes. When you tell a punter how much a store sheet will cost, they always look on the floor. You can lose your sale because lack of good shoe shine. I know things went too hot physically, but that was her fault. She put a barrier between us. She was the guardian and night in bed. Even worse, she went bits out. Listen to what Jill Tweedy said about men, she'd say. It was never complimentary. It's Jill Tweedy fault Pauline's gone. Her and that greasy Greer. Then why should she go with another man?
That's all right. I went this morning.
Where's Pauline, George?
She's in Sheffield.
Who does she know in Sheffield?
Mr. Lucas from next door.
But Mr. Lucas from next door lives next door, doesn't he?
Not anymore, he doesn't. He lives with Pauline in Sheffield.
You mean they're living together?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
I knew it. Oh, I said she was wanton. Thank the good Lord your father never lived to see this day. Would have killed him.
Hit me hard, Mark.
How could she bear to tear herself away from such a wonderful boy? Just proves how inhuman she is.
I can see them together in Sheffield, making love in front of the Noble Fork factory.
You're well rid of her, George. She never gleeds up behind the cooker.
I should have taken her out more. She loves Chinese food. The old Tom Forward are gonna miss.
What's that supposed to be?
It's a tea tray, Grandma.
I'll excuse you this once, Adrian. I know it must have been unsettling for you when your mother left. But there's no getting descended to the level of animals. Now go back into the kitchen and do it properly. Milk jug, sugar bowl, doily for the biscuits, cups and saucers, and pottle spoons. How's he taking it?
I haven't asked him. I can still smell a perfume on the sheets.
Right, I'll have them in the wash tomorrow. Now go upstairs and have a shave. You may think it's amusing to look like a communist, but I don't. I know you've had a bit of a shock.
A bit of a shock? My world's just fallen apart. I'm a broken man.
You know that, George. Your father showed every day of his life, even in the trenches at Whiteford. He sometimes had to stop the rats from eating his shaving soap. He was even shaved in his coffin by the undertaker. It's the dead who shaved, and there's no excuse for the living.
I don't want to go on living. Not without Pauline. I love her, Mum.
Do you want me to smack your bum? You may be 41, but you're not too old. I won't have you giving way to your emotions like this. It's not healthy. All this silly slobber about love. It's decency that counts. Keeping a clean front and paying your bills on time. I shall leave the room until you've pulled yourself together. I hate to see you barking in such a state.
Found one of my mother's earrings down the back seat of the car this morning. He kept staring at it with a funny look in his eyes. He asked me if I missed my mother. I said, of course I do, but life must go on.
Quite right.
But then he said, I don't see why. I took this to mean that he was suicidal. So I took all of his razors and all of the sleeping pills from out of the bathroom cabinet, just to be on the safe side.
Good boy. It's at times like this we realise what a privilege it was to be married to your granddad. No suicide fits or adultery in our marriage. We just put it on day after day for 40 years. I wouldn't say we were especially happy, but then again, we weren't unhappy either. Your granddad was a quiet man. He hated noise and disagreements, so there were no rows. But I know when he was upset, he used to rap his fingers on the mantel outside the back door.
Yes, he used to do that a lot when I came round.
Yeah, we did get on his nerves a bit. Always asking questions.
He never answered any.
How could he? He didn't know anything. He used to read bits out of the newspaper to him sometimes. But all he'd say was, don't bother me with that outside world, mate. It upset him, you see. I suppose you could say he was a timid man. George?
Yes, Mum?
Would you mind driving me up to the garden centre in the car? Only I'm running low on coins.
No, I don't mind.
Do you want to come on with it?
I'd love to, but Nigel's coming round to collect a book.
Okay, don't fret about your mother. And you know what they say, a bad penny gathers no moss.
Oh, you're here. Yeah. You got it? Yes. Yeah. God, Adrian, your furniture, it's like reject corner in the floor. Yeah, stop every time I come round. I know. It was brilliant staying at your house last weekend, Nigel. It really opened my eyes. Without knowing it, I've been living in poverty for the last 14 years of my life. Perhaps if my father had built a 4x cocktail cabinet in our lounge, my mother would still be here.
I doubt it. Your mum would live, but your dad would know and looking like a spot bag.
You can't expect women to put up with it. In fact, Adrian, if you don't want to take one personal image, you could sentence yourself to life of chastity. Anyway, let's go. And at 4 o'clock, we're having wholemeal crumpets in front of the fire.
You're dead lucky, Nigel. What do you like to go out with?
Tell you the truth, it's not much cop. I'm used to my birds giving it all out. Speaking of which, how's Mum?
I've had a postcard from her telling me that she's found a flat. She lives at 69A President Carter Walk. Why can't she write a letter like any normal person? Why should the postman be allowed to read my confidential business? I've asked my father if I can go.
What's he say?
Yeah, providing she sends the train fare. It was the first time I'd ever been on a train on my own. I'm certainly spreading my wings lately. Sheffield looks just like Leicester, really. I couldn't see any knife and ball factories, so I suppose Margaret Thatcher has closed them all down.
Had a good day.
I did. Did you, love?
Yes, thank you.
There's no need to be so polite. I'm your mum, remember?
What did you get up to then, young Adrian?
We had a Chinese businessman's lunch, and then we went to Habitat to buy a lampshade for...
Our bedroom. Then we went to see a Monty Python film. It was all about the life of Jesus.
I felt guilty laughing.
Then I bought Adrian some nice new trousers. Tight ones.
I'm going to try my new trousers on.
All right, love.
Did you notice? He didn't look me in the eye once.
It's bound to be a bit strange. I do myself. I'm fed up with you mauling me about. I feel like the last chicken in Free. How would you like it if a man was messing around with your mother?
I'd be very surprised. She's been dead for 5 years.
There's a lot of things I don't know about you. The false teeth case, right?
I only got 4.
Yes, but at the front. Don't take them out again, not at bedtime.
I'm glad you brought up the subject of bedtime. When do you think we'll be able to get together?
I can't. I just can't. Not all that child's here.
But it's our honeymoon, Paul Lee.
Do you mind not calling me Paul Lee? It sounds like a childhood illness. My name's Paul Lee, Derek.
So it's Derek now, is it, Mrs. Mole?
Yes, and I don't think it'll be Mrs. Pauline Lucas either.
But you promised to marry me. You said you'd get a divorce. You've been using me. Oh, God, I feel dirty.
Oh, pull yourself together. You don't have nothing like Mama Carters. Oh, you do look nice. They really suit you. Turn round. Don't you look nice?
Yeah, you'll have the birds after you now, Adrian.
Can you take the label off, please, Mum?
Allow me. Don't know how I survived without my Swiss Army knife. The Swiss never fought a decent war. Very good for emergencies.
Slow emergencies.
Give me a chance, Pauline. You can cut through a tree with one of these, Adrian. In fact, we'll take a drive out to the country tomorrow and I'll prove it to you.
It's against the law to saw trees down.
Bloody bureaucrat.
Yes, it'll do us all good to get out of here. Get some fresh air in our lungs.
I want you to keep this, Adrian, as a sort of memento of your first visit, which sincerely I hope will be the first of many. We both want you to regard this as your second home.
Bimbo, how lovely.
Sorry, but I can't accept it. I've turned pacifist.
I don't mind admitting I'm very, very hurt. I'd have given an arm and a leg for one of these when I was a lad.
Why did you accept it graciously?
Mum, there are things you should know about Bradford, Lucas.
What?
Well, a new family's moved into his house, and the bloke, Mr. C, he found a stack of disgusting magazines under the lino in the bathroom.
So?
They belong to Mr. Lucas. He's a pervert. They'll have to come home.
What were these magazines called?
Amateur photographer.
So he's interested in a bit of photography. Somebody says Jack the Ripper.
Mum, he'll have to come home soon. Dad's falling in love with another woman.
What's her name?
Doreen Slater.
Oh, don't be Doreen. My God, she's got some staying power.
When I got back home, my father told me he had had Doreen Slater over for tea. By the state of the house, I would have said he'd had her over for breakfast, dinner and tea. I've never seen the woman, but from the evidence she left behind, I know she's got blonde hair, wears orange lipstick and sleeps on the left-hand side of the bed. What a homecoming.
but I know on the windowsill where I usually leaves them.
I wish you hadn't rung me to school, Bert. I got into trouble. Scrutton went mad.
Scrutton? That new master? Stuck up git. I told him a thing or two. You haven't found them then?
No, I've looked everywhere.
I shall have to have them. They got sentimental value. Belong to my father, they did. I've had them teeth since 1946. And besides, I'm starved. I can't eat my beetroot. I'll go and have another look. There's a good lad. And check on Sabre. He's been quiet all morning, and it ain't like him.
He's all right. He's chewing something in his kennel.
Come on, you old beauty. You found them. Where were they?
In Sabre's kennel.
Oh, he's a bugger. Give him a spin under the tap, there's a good lad.
Bert, no.
I can't stick them straight back into me gob after the dog's been chewing all night. Ain't you ever heard of hygiene? Talking of which, ain't it about time you came round and did a bit more of your cleaning? Tomorrow I'll be all right.
I can't come tomorrow, Bert. My mother's coming round to talk about who gets custody.
Who gets the custard?
Custody, Bert. This is the most revolting thing I have ever seen. And I'm no stranger to squalor.
Look at that. Makes a beetroot sandwich. There's a good lad. So, your mum and dad are finally getting a divorce, are they?
Yes.
I don't hold with divorce. I was married for 35 bloody miserable years. So why should anyone else get away with it? Here, that reminds me. Did I ever show you a photograph of my wife?
No, Bert.
Seen the photo album by the puppy. There she is. Of course, those are the days before plastic surgery.
She looks a bit like...
Her nose. It's funny you should say that. I never realised till I stopped working with the horses and went to work on the railways.
I've got to go now, Bert.
No, stay a bit longer, there's a good lad. Here, did I ever show you this? Saved my life, it did. I didn't want to press pocket with a Jewish sniper shot at me. Look, there's the bullet up.
But this Bible was printed in 1958, Bert.
Well, I said it was a miracle.
Finish the hooving, won't be long.
You owe us £97.79p.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is, isn't it? It's obvious that you can't pay, so I come to cut you off.
But you can't do that. We need electricity for life's essentials like the television and stereo.
You know, son, people like you want sapping this country's strength. Now, where's the meeting cupboard?
In the kitchen.
You don't think I enjoy doing this, do you, son?
No, I'm sure you don't.
Well, you'd be wrong, because I do.
Good morning. Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you, sir. I'd never fraternise with you.
Now, today's officials have got a sense of humour. Stick this in the milk while I'll finish the hooving. Oh, what the bloody hell's up with this thing? Haven't been playing Daleks again, have you, Adrian?
No, Dad. We've had our electricity cut off. You haven't paid the bills. You should have put the money away every week in jugs like Grandma
She'll
does.
be here in a minute, and I've still got bits of my shag pile. You should have refused entry, you stupid!
Adrian, George.
Pauline, love, you look wonderful. What's he doing here? I thought our custody had been decided between the two of us. Where Pauline goes, I go.
Oh, they're beautiful. They must have cost a fortune.
We've had our electricity cut off.
Temporarily.
I'm not surprised you can't pay the bills.
If you want to borrow a ton, George.
All I want from you, Lucas, is my wife.
Here, Adrian, go and buy some candles. This meeting might go on all night. We can't negotiate in the dark, can we?
Shall I, Dad?
I've got no choice, son. I'm scared.
The arguing went on for ages. In fact, until it was time to light the candles. Mr. Lucas spilled wax on his new shoes. It was the only cheerful event in a tragic day.
Doreen? Yes, I know I said it was all over, but I can't stop thinking about you. I'll warm the bed up. Thanks, babe.
Hard Times by Charles Dickens.
Want some more food, son?
No thanks, I don't like the cold.
You know, this is great training for when civilization breaks down. You'll thank me one day.
Oh, I don't mind. In fact, it's quite nice. Dad, what do you think my chances are of becoming a vet?
Nil. A, you're no good at science. And B, you don't want to be a vet, son. They spend half their lives with their hands stuck up cow's bums.
George, are you there?
It's a grandma. Blow the candle out.
She's bound to find us, Dad. You may as well surrender.
George, are you there? I can hear voices.
In here, Grandma.
Who's that is it to sit in the dark?
The electricity boards.
You've not paying your bills now, have you?
Pauline manages the money, Mum. I don't know how to do it.
It's all quite simple. All you do is put it in jug. Gas is the picture, electricity is the blue, and so on. How much do you owe?
£97.79.
£97? You must have a leak somewhere. I'll pull the balls out first thing tomorrow.
You shouldn't be taking money from a pension, Mum.
Now I'll be able to restock my freezer. You know I like to buy half a cow a year.
I'm sorry, Mum. I will pay you back.
What's this I hear about Barry Kent beating you up for money?
Who told you?
It's all around the Evergreen Club.
I've been to see his father, Mum, but he's built like an ape. I don't push it any further. He's got more hairs on his knuckles than I've got on my head.
Where does this Barry Kent boy live anyway?
Number 13 Corporation Road. You're not thinking of going, are you?
Leave it to the police, Mum.
The police? We moles fight our own battles.
She was gone 1 hour and 7 minutes. She came in, took her coat off, fluffed her hair out. She took £27.18 from the anti-mugger belt around her waist. She said, "He won't bother you again, Adrian, but if he does, let me know." Then she got tea ready. Pilchards, tomatoes and ginger cake. I bought her a box of diabetic chocolates from the chemist's as a token of my esteem. My father rang Doreen's later up and asked her to come round. It was quite a shock to see her for the first time. Why my father wants to have carnal knowledge of her, I can't imagine. She's as thin as a sticking set. She's got no bust and no bum. She's just flat, all the way up and all the way down.
Hello, George Mole's resident. To whom am I speaking at 7:30 in the morning? I'm Miss Doreen Slater. To whom am I speaking? Mrs. Pauline Mole. Can I speak to my son, please? Oh, I don't know if he's up yet. I've only just got out of bed myself. Out of my husband's bed, I presume. I don't see what it's got to do with you.
his job. He'll be on the dole. Mum, how will we manage on the pittance the government will give us? The dog will have to go. He costs 35 pence a day, not counting Winalot. Mum, I'm now a single parent child with a father on the dole. Social Security will be buying my shoes.
Calm down, Adrian, I'll buy your shoes. How's your father taking it?
He's having a nervous breakdown, I think. He watches Play School.
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. He always used to watch Play School when he got the chance. He used to love guessing the shapes of the windows. I wish I were there right now.
So do I, Mum. Come home.
I can't. I haven't found what I'm looking for yet. Bye, Pet. No, what's happening? Is she coming home or what? I need to know. I've had a new fireplace at my house.
She's not coming back.
So does that mean I'm staying then?
I don't know. You better ask my dad.
Only, if I knew, I could cancel the fireplace.
Hasn't he said anything?
No, he doesn't talk. In fact, he doesn't do anything. I mean, anything. He's been rendered impotent. If you all had before he was made redundant, he was ever so good at it. You don't mind me talking like this, do you? No, of course not. In my day, adults didn't talk about, you know, sex. But now it's all out and I go forward, isn't it? You and your mates talk about it all the time, don't you? How much smoking and drinking?
Yes. I think he's going mental.
I'm ever so worried. He just lies in bed with his arms folded behind his head, staring at the ceiling. People are talking about him, you know, saying I've got no model. It was because my Maxwell was born out of wedlock. But it's not my fault, is it? I've prevented him from being wedlock. It's just my bad luck. I fall in love with married men. Over and over again.
Doreen Slater talks to me as if I was another adult instead of her loveless son, aged 14 years, 2 months and 1 day. I'm just about sick of so-called adults. You'd think they'd be able to handle their lives a bit better, but oh no, they go around bearing their sickly emotions to anyone who will listen. All this trouble at home is sending me rebellious. In fact, I wore red socks and my new trousers to school. It's strictly forbidden, but I don't care anymore.
You are a true revolutionary. When it comes to like school politics, your name being the index under M.
I was gobsmacked when I heard it was you left revolt. I didn't think it was revolting type.
I'm not really. In fact, I can't help wishing I'd wore my black socks the other day.
Come on now, Adrian, no revisionism. Stand by your principles. Why should we be forced to wear the black socks of oppression?
Come on then, let's march on Strutton's office. Mind you, what if the GCE examiners find out about it next year? Our O-levels could be in jeopardy.
You've got a point. A valid one.
So am I going to face that fascist pig Strutton on my own then?
No, I'll come with you. I started, so I'll finish. Are you coming, Nigel?
More decision, isn't it?
Yes.
It's hard to know what to do.
If one's immoral, it's hard. If one has principle, then one has no choice. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Da 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 da. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, I saw you make your way up the school drive. Very colourful, very foolhardy. What a brave little band you are. Now I should like you to hear the letter, which I should be sending to your parents. Dear Mr. and Mrs., it's my sad duty to inform you that your son, stroke daughter, has deliberately flaunted one of the rules of this school. I take an extremely serious view of this contravention, and I am therefore suspending your son, stroke daughter, for the period of 1 week.
But sir, what about our O-level?
Quiet!
You can't wear black socks with red stripes.
No! Your socks must be entirely, absolutely, incontrovertibly, dead, midnight, black!
Have a look what he's done. Don't try and vandal her. Aren't you going to stop her, Nigel?
No,
want to see it? Pandora and I are in love. It is official. Pandora told Claire Nielsen, who told Nigel, who told me. I told Claire to tell Pandora that I return her love. I can overlook the fact that Pandora smokes 5 Benson and Hedges a day and has her own lighter. When you're in love, such things cease to matter.
So you didn't fall in love with me because how I looked like everybody else?
Good God, no. That's dead sexist. I fell in love with your personal integrity and your brain.
So you don't think I'm ugly, do you?
Ugly? You're Brillo pad. You're the most desirable, erotic girl I've ever clapped eyes on.
Do you want to kiss me?
Well, of course I'd like to. I'm a bit out of practice though.
Do you do French?
Yes, I'm doing it for CSE.
Easy.
Oh no, I usually just stick to the English.
I don't think we're doing it quite right. You need to open your lips just a little wider, Adrian.
Sorry.
Let's try again. Well, we've got plenty of time to practice. So when did you fall in love with me?
When I saw you play netball.
I fell in love with your red socks first.
Oh,
They were enormously significant. You see, I'm a radical. I'm going to devote my whole life to changing our strictly bankrupt society.
I'll help you if you like.
We can do it together.
And when we're married...
Married? You're only 14.
Oh, I know we can't get married now, thanks to the stupid adults that make the rules. But in 2 years' time,
You'll be 16.
so we can get married. I know my father wouldn't mind. He can't wait for me to leave home. And my mother's left home already, so she can't prevent us. Don't worry, I wouldn't stop you working. A little job, something part-time. In a cake shop, for instance.
I am going to Oxford University. While there, I may occasionally enter a cake shop, but I will be buying a granary loaf. I will certainly not be selling one.
So don't you want to marry me and have twins?
I don't want to marry anybody.
Not ever.
No, I shall live in sin.
With me.
There's several people I expect. In the course of a lifetime.
My precious love leaves these shores tomorrow morning. I'm going to the airport to see her off. I hope her plane won't suffer from metal fatigue. I've just checked on the world map to see where Tunisia is, and I'm most relieved to see that Pandora won't have to fly through the Bermuda Triangle. Wednesday, July the 22nd. Why haven't I had a postcard yet? What can have happened? Pandora! Pandora! Oh, my love. My heart is yearning. My mouth is dry. My soul is burning. You're in Tunisia. I am here. Remember me and shed a tear. Come back tanned and brown and healthy. You're lucky that your dad is wealthy. She will be back in 6 days. I phoned Tunis Airport while my father was in the bar. He shouted down to ask me who I was phoning. I told a lie. I said I was phoning the speaking clock. Pandora's flight left safely. She will be back around midnight.
Adrian!
Pandora!
Adrian!
Pandora!
Adrian!
Pandora! So did you have a good time?
No, it was dreadful. Mummy was bitten by a camel, and then the Tunisian baggage handlers went on strike. So I told you about that on the phone, didn't I? It was clever of you to ring Tunis Airport. Didn't your father mind?
He doesn't know yet. I'm dreading the phone bill coming.
We're together again. That's all that matters.
Went to Pandora's house. Had an emotional reunion behind her father's tool shed. Monday, October the 25th. Bert has been by the social services. They are keeping him at the Ultimate Cooper Sunshine Home. I have been to see him. He shares a room with an old man called Thomas Bell. They have both got their names on their ashtrays. Sabre has got a place at an RSPCA hospital.
Mr. Baxter, may I introduce a new guest to Smoker's Corner?
Guess, this ain't a bloody hotel you're running, matron. It's an institution that's run by the state. Oh, I guess I can have my dog with me.
Mr. Baxter can be rather difficult, but I hope he'll settle down. Most of our guests do, in time. Well, I think he's right. We're not guests, are we? None of us are here by choice. What's your name, love?
Bertram, what's yours?
Queenie. You'll get one like a house on fire, won't you? If you'll excuse me.
What are you in here for? You ain't incapable of looking after yourself, are you?
Not in my opinion, I'm not. But I'm told that I'm going to lally in the head.
You look alright to me.
And to me, I think I've been put away because I like to drink now and then. You see, sometimes after a drink, I forget where I am and start singing.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know, but others objected. Bus conductors and people in the library.
Yeah, my legs.
Shiny, you're a fine figure of a man. I don't like it in here, do you? It's full of old people.
I'm planning to escape.
What? Dig a tunnel?
No! I've got people doing the paperwork. It's only the paperwork that gets you out of these places. Hello, Adrian. How you doing?
Hello, Bert.
How are you, darling?
I'm unhappy, and that's the truth.
Cheer up, Bert. Russia's through to the European Cup.
Yee! How's Sabre?
He's in the garden. Matron wouldn't let me bring him in. He said he could cause a heart failure amongst the guests.
I'm putting an official complaint in about her. It's unconstitutional to deprive a man of his dog and his liberty.
Your hair is a gorgeous colour. What do you use? I'll do it once a week with 6 ounces of red henna. It's a big slice out my pension, but I'll sooner go without food than have white hair. I haven't got the personality to be an old age pensioner. Are you only now here?
Yes, I am.
Women live longer than men. It's a sort of bonus, because we suffer more. I hardly suffered at all. Been happily married 3 times. Kid now, of course, but they die contented. What am I doing in this thing? Adrian, you've got over Bert, haven't you?
You brought my fags in? There's a good lad.
No, it's a poem.
Oh,
Lovely. Get out then.
It's not very good.
well, don't bother then.
Don't go on.
All right. Poem to Bert by Adrian Mole. Bert, you are dead old, fond of sabre, woodbines and beetroot. We have nothing in common. You are 89, I'm 14 and a half. You smell, I don't. Why we are friends is a mystery to me.
Very nice, dear.
That don't bloody rhyme.
Do you mind if I send your poems to the BBC, Bert?
Yes, I would. There are a bunch of drug addicts in them places. I heard I'm good on fighting.
Oh, shocking. Know someone I up, do you?
Yes, I do. He's a window cleaner at Broadcast House.
You're laughing and stirring up again. Come along, way past your bedtime. Bye,
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 Bert.
bye. Time then.
But it's still light. I'm used to staying up till after the Yeti lot.
Here, we go to bed at 9:30. Oh! Wait.
Oh, bloody British Telecom. Come on, get your act together. Give me a bloody nodding tone. Adrian, was there a storm in the night? Is the telephone pole still up?
Oh no,
£37.37. Operator calls 231 quid. Who have you been phoning? The man in the bloody moon?
No, Tunisia. Sorry.
Tunisia? Bloody hell! I don't know why you just don't finish me off completely, Adrian. For Radford Limited. Come on Monday and show me you're pregnant. Right, I've had enough. Good morning, it's over. All you see here is an empty shell.
Telegram. Addressed to me. The BBC? No, from my mother. It reads, Adrian, stop coming home, stop. What does she mean? How can I stop coming home? I live here.
Adrian, your mother's home. I think how long will be down in a bit.
My mother threw herself upon the mercy of my father. My father threw himself upon the body of my mother. They've been in bed for 2 days now, on and off. My mother told me why she left Bradford Lucas. She said, Bimbo treated me like a sex object, Adrian. He expected his evening meals cooked for him, and he cut his toenails in the living room. Besides, I'm very fond of your father. She didn't mention me. My only hope for future happiness now rests with the BBC. Only they give me my own poetry programme on Radio 4, I'd have an outlet for the intellectual side of my nature. I haven't got enough emotions to cope with the complexities of my everyday life. I rang Pandora up to tell her that my mother was home, and she came round after her viola lesson. I'm glad I've got her. Love is the only thing that keeps me sane. Good night.
Of your time, it would be very good. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may my first words be of apology for detaining you on this very warm and humid evening. But I hope that when you realize the reason, you will agree that the wait was worthwhile. And before I go any further, would you excuse me if I just turn my back for a moment? Mr. Stage Manager, could we have the curtain up, please? Thank you very much. And if the cast could be in the wings, it would be ready to come on stage, it would be very nice. Thank you very much. This is entirely unrehearsed, I add. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the weekly news has... Thank you very much. Lovely.
They're off my dress.
When they're dressed, again, bring them on. Thank you very much. And so just sit down and make yourself comfortable. You're in for a long, hot night. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekly news over the years has established a reputation for being the leading arts paper in East Anglia. Now, this is a reputation that we value very highly and guard very jealously. And to try and deserve this recognition, we, as well as, I hope, giving you a lot of news about the arts and, I hope, important comment week by week, we also promote various events, including a poetry competition, and this year, for the first time, we promoted a festival, a Chelmsford Cathedral Festival concert. Now, perhaps though the promotion that is closest to my own heart is our Man of Arts Award. And it is tonight, because I want to make, on behalf of the paper, a presentation to honour someone with one of these awards that I've asked you to stay behind. Now, these awards, ladies and gentlemen, were founded in 1978. We don't give them lightly. We only give them after a great deal of thought. We give them to people who we feel have served the arts in a dedicated and selfless way for over a number of years. And the reason that we select these people is that we realise that without such people, the arts would not flourish in Chelmsford or anywhere else. And as it is the arts that, and I can say this as a Chelmsfordian born and bred, that have been largely responsible for making Chelmsford a more exciting place to live in than it has been in all the 60 years I've known it, that we feel that such service should be recognised publicly. These awards can go either to people in the limelight or those who prefer to work backstage. Because, and I mean this with no disrespect to any of the cast here, it is not always the actor or the musician that you see out front that makes a big contribution to the arts. And the person whom we wish to honour tonight is someone whose work you have seen, but you've very rarely seen her or him on the stage, in the limelight. Our recipient is someone who prefers to work backstage, long hours, far beyond any statutory demands of his job, because he or she loves the arts with an overwhelming love that he or she are prepared to give many, many hours of time to serving the cause that they love. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you, if you would be so kind, to stand. Would you please rise, ladies and gentlemen? And ladies and gentlemen, will you please go on according honour, because at the moment our recipient is very conveniently disappeared, but we have third parties out for it. The director of tonight's play, Mr. David Mole. thank you so much for this wonderful service that you give to drama at Rainsford. Not only teaching your young students the techniques of acting, but teaching them that most valuable skill of all, self-discipline, and unlocking their imaginations. We have seen so many examples of this tonight. And now, to put you out of your misery before you decide you'll never invite the Weekly News to any of your productions again, may I invite that someone come on the stage to present you with your award, a man who, more than anybody else, knows just how much you've done for drama in Brentford, your headmaster, Mr. Tom Chad.
But I can say one thing. I've been trying now for a week to think of how I could actually get David to be in a position whereby he would receive this award. And the last attempt I made was at 4 o'clock tonight. No, 3 o'clock, wasn't it, David? 4 o'clock tonight. 4 o'clock tonight, when in fact we finished up having a blazing argument. And I failed miserably, and I thought I'd failed even more miserably when he took flight and no one could find him. But as I said, the people behind speak really tell you the reason that David has been something that we will never replace at Rainsford, something that 8 years ago, when I appointed him, I think it was quite obvious that he was something unique. He was appointed, believe it or not, as head of English, not drama. And drama didn't exist as a subject in the curriculum 8 years ago at Rainsford School. We now have a youth theatre, we now have an adult theatre, and we now put on 4 productions inside the school. As well as that, we are the centre for the A-level teaching of theatre studies, and we have been pioneering the Mode 3 GCSE in the creative and expressive arts, which is again somewhat unique, and again down to David's leadership. So I feel very privileged to say, well done David, and please accept this on behalf of Rainsford as well as the Weekly News.